Hello everyone! So in today's video I'd like to share a DIY with you, and it's a really easy one. So even though the results may not be super dramatic, they're pretty low cost, they require no paint, and they're mess free. So I'm going to do this in my new Gucci belt without worrying about making a huge mess or this taking the whole day. And I feel like we all have those pieces of furniture that could use a little bit extra glamming up, but you don't necessarily want to make that huge investment into it, especially if, like the one I'm going to do today, the piece of furniture itself is not worth that much. So this DIY will only require a few items, which I'm about to show you. I'm going to spend the most on this is on the new knobs that I'm going to replace the old IKEA ones with. And the nice thing about doing that is that if this piece of furniture eventually does break, it's pretty old in the first place, I can always reuse those on something else. So it's just a really smart way when you're redecorating to make sure that you can reuse everything as much as possible, and especially an easy way to glam up any desk or storage unit that you don't feel super happy with how it looks. So this particular one was Joe's. We were originally going to throw it out because we made a big investment into a beautiful new dresser, and we decided that we still could use the storage for it, so I offered to put it in the second bedroom and use it for some of my clothing, and it just has worked out so great. It fits all of my handbags really well, so it has a lot of precious contents right now, and I want to give it a glam makeover so that it will fit this room better, because this is kind of my girly room in the apartment. And so I'm going to give it a bit of a glam makeover, take it from that kind of black brown, really plain traditional IKEA look. This is the hemless dresser, I'm sure you guys have seen this before, into something a little bit more glamorous and a little bit more me, and I'm really excited to share that with you. I have had amazing results using contact paper in the past. Just remember my vanity organization video. Contact paper makes any piece of furniture that has a bit of a scuffed old or plain top immediately more glam, and it also makes it more easy to clean, and it's lasted really well for me. So the original marble contact paper I'm looking at right now, I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to actually recover my vanity as well with the same contact paper I'm going to use for this. I feel a little bit tired of the white marble look. It's been very current for a couple of years, and now I'm feeling a little bit more of a geode kind of glamorous fortune teller look, if I can call it that way. And so let's get right into it. I'll show you what you need and all of the steps that you need to go through, but it's all pretty straightforward, so I'm mostly just excited to share with you the big unveiling of what it looks like after. So the things you will need to complete this easy furniture makeover will be some knobs of your choice. I'm using these amethyst ones, which are gold dipped and from Etsy. You'll also need a pair of scissors and some kind of credit card or loyalty card. Frivolous seeming, I know, but this Chanel one is the only one I could find that didn't have personal information on it. Then you'll also need some contact paper. I'll link the one that I found down below, as well as the one I previously used in my vanity makeover in the classic marble print. First of all, you want to remove all of the old knobs off of the dresser and make sure that the whole surface of it is clean and free of dust, especially the top of it where you're going to adhere the contact paper. You can see how shiny and gorgeous this one is. It really has a nice variation in pattern, and up close it doesn't have any kind of pixelation, which is really important. So even though it's a little more pricey than some of the other contact papers on the market, I found that it was worth it. It's also really thick. So to apply it, what you do is you start peeling off a corner and then lay it down and use your card to smooth out any air bubbles and help it to adhere firmly to the surface. It's nice and sticky, but it's also pretty forgiving, because if you make any mistakes or you have really large air bubbles, you can go ahead and lift it up and then lay it back down again. When you cut your contact paper, make sure that you leave about a good 2 inches on all of the sides. Depending on how big the ledge on your piece of furniture is, you want to leave about double what the ledge is. You can always trim off any excess after. Your next step is to work on the corners, which can be a little bit fiddly. You want to make sure you cut off any excess contact paper around that area, cut into the corner on the diagonal, and then fold it under just like you would a gift. It's kind of like you're gift wrapping the top of your dresser or desk. And And once you make sure that everything is firmly adhered on all sides and you've left yourself enough room to fold everything under to give it that really finished professional look, you'll just marvel at how seamless it looks. Then it's time to whip out your new nice knobs, which just makes such a difference to any piece of especially inexpensive furniture. Right away it gives it that luxe edge. I would recommend anything in a metallic color like gold or silver. I'll link some other geode options down below because immediately they really give the whole dresser a really luxe look, and they just shimmer so beautifully in the sunlight, and they're big enough to really still be practical to pull on as well. You can see here, this is the before of my vanity completed in a video last year, and the after as well, which I think really turned out so well with this contact paper. It's even thicker and shinier than the contact paper I used before, but overall, I love both of the results and how easy it is to transform from one style into another using just a few tools like contact paper and little new pretty knobs. And I just really enjoy little projects like this, so if you do too, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.